With the new release of Farming Simulator 25 on November 12th, I thought I would show you guys how to add any radio station into Farming Simulator that's on the internet or even from your own playlist on your computer. Now, I did this video about 4 years ago, and there were a lot of questions, so we're going to make sure we cover things even better this time for you guys. So in Farming Simulator 25 and all other Farming Simulator games, you have a folder called the Music folder. It is located in your My Games, which is located in Documents, right? So we click Documents, we go to My Games, we go to Farm Sim 25, and then we find the Music folder located right here. Inside of this Music folder, you're usually going to find two files. It's going to be the text file that says README, and it's going to be the XML file that says Streaming Internet Radios. If you open the README, it's going to explain everything you need to know, but if you want someone to walk you through it, show you it, and explain the little tricks and stuff, then I'm going to get into that right now. So, what this lets you do is set up any internet radio or any playlist on your computer to be right in the Farm Sim game as a built-in radio. So you'll see here, I have an example playlist just located in the Music folder. This could be anywhere. I've put it in the Music folder. It could also be just songs, or in this case, it's going to be a specific playlist. It can also be multiple playlists, but for this case, we're going to do one. So in order to get that located in here, you have two ways of doing it. If you already have existing playlists on your computer and you don't want to move them, or you want them to be stored outside of the My Games Farm Sim folder, then you're going to go ahead and just create a shortcut of whatever playlist folder you want. So I'm going to click that, and that creates a shortcut here, okay? We would then drag this into that Music folder that we already had open. Notice I've already done that, so I'm just going to delete the one we have made, but that's exactly what this is. It's a shortcut that leads right to this folder, which currently only has 2 songs in it. So that means that we can play this folder as a radio, as well as any other folders that we would add, and those would be playlists of music built right into our farming simulator. What if we want to take it a step further, and we want to actually access internet radio stations? That's when you're going to want to open up the Streaming Internet Radios XML with an editor like Notepad++. If you don't have it, you can download it for free. If you don't want to use this, you can use any alternative that you choose. So in the Streaming Internet Radios XML, you're probably going to see 3 lines of this green one on the bottom here. You're going to see 3 of these originally. Now, it's going to be exactly what it says to do. You're going to essentially keep that structure and just replace the URL. Now, as the README tells you, those streaming URLs need to be either an MP3, AAC, or M3U, or PLS. Those URLs need to end in that. That will guarantee that it's going to work. However, some stations do not have that special ending, and many of those will still work, but that's no guarantee, okay? They give you a place where you can find a list of internet radios. From what I saw when I went here, it was a bunch of ones that more or less anyone can put up and run. So if you want to, you could run your own internet radio even. Oh, by the way, if you do the actual files on the PC, they have to be MP3, FLAC, or potentially OGG, okay, for file types, for the ones that were on the computer in that folder. But back to the internet radio, I've already put in a few links here. You're going to see that we've got, I don't even remember who some of these are. I have them set up. One of them was like NPR. I can tell you that. Yeah, this one was NPR. One of them was like, I think 107.3.5 or something. And like, I don't remember. I looked up top blah, blah, blah radio stations, and then I just made this small list. So long story short, you're going to find your HTML, okay, your link. You're going to paste it in, and you're going to just add as many as you need. You're going to save it. You're going to close it. Once you've done that, you've done the hardest part of this entire process. The easy part now is to load the game and see the results. We are now in Farming Simulator 25, and all we have to do because I've already enabled the radio on foot. Otherwise, you need to be in a vehicle. But if you want to hear it even when you're not in a vehicle, you can change that setting right here. By default, it is on vehicle only. But for the sake of this test, I'm going to put it on always. We are going to click 5 on the numpad. This is going to bring up the radio. Now, I'm going to be clicking through these because I want to avoid playing anything for too long. Once we get to this point, if you haven't gotten to the online radios before, it will ask, or it will warn you that they're not rated. That's just saying like, it's not responsible for the contents that you hear. These are online radios. Yep, so there's one, for example. There's another, for example. There's another, for example. Again, trying to keep things moving. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. I'm just going to turn it off. But you get the idea. You get the point. You can add any that you want. You can still, of course, access them right here in the old, what you call it as well, the old truck. You can drive around in the old green International, find you a radio station and have a good time. See? And just enjoy some jazz and drive. Nothing like it. Yeah, that's the idea. You could do this with news, talk radio, sports, music, whatever you want. Give it a go. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you happen to have an answer to a question, then please do answer it. Happy radio listening and happy farming, everybody.